Everyone says handrails are what keep you safe. Install them in the shower, put them by the stairs, hold on tight, and you'll be fine. I put that belief to the test, looking at what actually happens to the muscles and nerves that control your balance when you rely on a handrail instead of training your own body. And I'll be very honest with you, what I found wasn't comforting. Handrails don't fix the problem, they hide it. And the longer you lean on one, the weaker the system underneath you gets. Hello, health champions. I'm Dr. Elias Hartman. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why your balance declines after 60, one simple 3 times a week exercise that targets the real cause instead of just the symptom, and the one surprising finding that people who rely heavily on handrails actually show faster declines in independent balance over time than people who don't. Before we go further, drop a comment right now with just your age. I want to see who's watching this, because balance at 62 looks very different than balance at 72 and very different again at 82. And if you've ever felt that little wobble when you stand up too fast or catch yourself reaching for a wall without even thinking about it, add the word wobbly to your comment. I read every single one. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body when balance starts to slip. First, there's proprioception. That's your body's built-in GPS system, the sense that tells your brain where your feet and joints are in space without you having to look down. Think of it like the sensors in a self-parking car. When they're working well, the car adjusts instantly. When those sensors weaken, the car, or in this case you, starts overcorrecting, wobbling, reaching for support. After 60, proprioceptive sensitivity can decline by as much as 30 to 40%, which means your brain is getting a blurrier picture of where your body actually is. Next, let's talk about what's happening with your muscles, specifically something called sarcopenia, which is just the medical term for age-related muscle loss. In plain English, it means the stabilizing muscles in your hips, ankles, and core, the ones that make hundreds of tiny corrections every minute just to keep you upright, are shrinking. Picture a tent losing its guy wires one at a time. The tent doesn't fall right away, but it sways more and more with every gust. After age 60, you can lose 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade if that muscle isn't actively challenged, and balance-related muscle is often the first to go quiet. There's also a second factor that most people, and honestly many doctors, don't realize: the vestibular system in your inner ear, which is your body's actual gyroscope. Explain it like the level bubble in a construction tool. When it's centered, everything feels stable. When it drifts, everything feels tilted even when it isn't. This system naturally loses sensitivity with age, and it's one of the main reasons a quick head turn or standing up from bed can suddenly feel unsteady. And here's where it gets even more important. All 3 of these systems, the GPS, the guy wires, and the gyroscope, only stay sharp with use. A handrail bypasses all 3. It doesn't train your GPS to recalibrate, it doesn't ask your guy wire muscles to fire, it doesn't challenge your gyroscope to adjust. It just replaces the whole system with a piece of metal. Let me tell you exactly what happens to a 71-year-old woman who comes to see a physical therapist after a near fall in her bathroom. The standard advice she usually gets first is simple: install more grab bars. Add one by the toilet, one in the shower, maybe a second one by the tub. And to be fair, that's not wrong. Grab bars do prevent injury in the moment. But here's what that standard approach misses: it treats the environment, not the body. 6 months later, she's using the grab bars for almost every transition, sitting, standing, turning, and her legs, without realizing it, have quietly stopped doing the stabilizing muscles they used to do. Her balance hasn't improved, it's actually gotten a little worse, because the muscles she'd need to trust her own body again have gone even quieter from disuse. This scenario plays out thousands of times a week across the country, and it is preventable if we understand that balance is a skill that has to be trained, not just an environment that has to be made safer. Now, here's the part that's going to sound counterintuitive, and I need you to stay with me, because this is where everything changes. For decades, we've been told that the safest thing for an unsteady senior to do is to hold on to something solid whenever possible. The more support, the better. But research on fall prevention, published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, tracking older adults over multiple years, tells us something completely different. Seniors who engaged in unsupported, active balance training, meaning exercises done without holding on, showed significantly greater improvements in stability and a lower rate of falls compared to those who primarily used supported movement strategies. In other words, the very habit that feels the safest in the moment may be quietly working against long-term independence. Most doctors still haven't seen this research front and center in a busy 12-minute appointment. Most patients haven't heard it at all. That gap between what science shows and what's actually happening in daily practice, that gap is costing real people real quality of life, one quiet handrail reach at a time. Now, I want to be completely transparent with you. This isn't about throwing away your grab bars tomorrow. If you have a real fall risk, keep every safety feature you have installed. This also won't rebuild your balance overnight, and it isn't a replacement for a proper fall risk evaluation from your doctor or a physical therapist, especially if you have a neurological condition or a history of falls. This is not medical advice. Think of it as a starting habit, not a finish line. But here's what the evidence does show. Even a small amount of unsupported balance practice, done consistently, can meaningfully improve stability in people over 60, and that's worth building into your week. Here's exactly what I want you to try 3 times a week, starting tonight if you're able. Stand near a countertop or sturdy chair, close enough to catch yourself, but don't hold on unless you actually need to. Lift one foot slightly off the ground, just an inch or two, and hold that position for 10 seconds. Lower it, rest for 10 seconds, then switch to the other foot. Do 3 rounds per side. That's it, under 5 minutes total. Here's the why behind it. Those 10-second holds are exactly what forces your GPS, your guy wires, and your gyroscope to communicate with each other without a shortcut. If you feel wobbly in the first few sessions, that's completely normal. That wobble is actually your nervous system waking that system back up. Do this for 14 days. If at the end of 2 weeks you notice you're reaching for support less often during normal daily movements, getting out of a chair, turning around in the kitchen, that's a real measurable sign your balance system is responding. You now know something that most people, including many well-meaning caregivers, don't fully understand. Your balance depends on 3 systems working together: your body's positional GPS, your stabilizing muscles, and your inner ear gyroscope. Leaning on a handrail for every movement can quietly let all 3 go unused. And a simple, unsupported balance exercise done just 3 times a week can help retrain the system that actually keeps you steady. Most importantly, you now have the knowledge to start rebuilding real, independent balance instead of just managing around the problem. Your body is not working against you. It is trying to protect you. Once you understand that, everything changes. Because now you're not fighting your body, you're finally working with it. If this information helped you, please share it with someone you love who is over 60. And subscribe to this channel because my mission is bringing you research-based senior health information that is practical, honest, and potentially life-changing. I'll see you in the next one.